start with attaching the trailer to the truck and then unattaching it. We start with putting the safety chains up. They hook up and they screw on. Screw on. And then this is a 4-pin plug. It goes in right here on your car as well. And then when you line it up, what I like to do is to make sure the front of this is right on the front of that ball. This is in the upright position. And then slowly let it down. You could lift that up. I would twist this tire and then make sure it's locked right there. And then once it's there, take this thing, you hit it down, and then you get the lock. You lock it in like that. Alright, that's how you do that. So to take it off the trailer, you do it in the reverse. Make sure it's chocked on both wheels, and I have some on the back side. Take this, I have this one and I have a hand crank that's inside. This one's just easier. Location. We got these latches. Want to undo the latches on all 4 corners. So with these latches, they extend the furthest when this is all the way down. When this thing's all the way down. So if you have it like this, it won't reach. But if you go like that on the down position and then you go up, that's how you latch it down. Alright, now I'm going to crank it up. Just latch it up like that. So what I like to do, put my back up on it, put these legs down into these tracks. So that's one of the first things. You want to do that before you put the bed up. And then to put them away, there's a little thing up there, and that's just like that. There's a little hole. You see it? And then it goes up to this. So that keeps the whole bed in order. So once you got the bed set up, what you want to do is you want to lift up the sink. So you have your sink set up. I keep the bedding on this side. You can keep this as a bed for like kids or something like that. How it is right there. You want to set up the dinette area. Take this becomes the seat. So flip this up, you put the seat all the way back. Do the same on this side. So Alright, so to do the door, there's these 2 latches right here. You just unhook them, kind of hold the door. There's another hook over there. You unhook it, and slowly move it on a track. Put the door in the slot. There's a lock position right there, and that's the door. You can seal it up right here on both sides from the outside, but that's the door right there. What does it say? Yeah, 3-amp power converter. And that one you have shore power. If you had a RV park that has shore power, you plug it in. There's a plug on the outside. I'll show you that when we get out there. And these plugs work. There's a plug here, and then there's a plug over there that will work if you're connected to shore power. If you're not connected to shore power, just 12-volt appliances will work. I have this little plug, so I have a couple USBs and some like kind of cigarette lighter type 12-volt outlets. And so you can charge your phones and everything on that. That's what I use, is just basically charge phones, recharge like portable batteries and things like that. And then I'll show you underneath here. This is like where the battery is. The battery right here. You won't have to touch anything with the battery. In order to turn the 12-volt power on to this thing, there's a solar panel out there. There's a solar panel controller right here, and you press this button load, and then that turns all the lights on and everything. So now you could turn the lights on the camper inside and outside and use the plug, and you can see right here we're at 13.1 volts. So this is where you read all the voltage, and so that's how you turn on the power. But there's also a 7-gallon water tank here, and this water tank is connected to this this sink, and I'll show you how that works. Underneath there's this little foot pump. There's a water hose if you're connected to city water, but if you're dry camping, you're not connected to city water. What you have to do is look up here. There's this thing twists, kind of lefty-loosey kind of thing, and it's a water pump. In order to get it primed, you use your foot, and you can get water going out of there. And then you can use that. And then when you stow it away, put it away, make sure this is tight all the way to the right. So it's really tight, because then the water might drip out of there when you're putting it away to stow. But that's the water, and if you get down there, there's a valve right here. And if you're just using dry, like you're dry camping, and you're not using city water, make sure that that valve is at a T. But if you're using city water, turn that T right there, and that way water will come in, and then it'll go up to the sink. If you're using on this city water, you just have to twist this, and water will start coming out. Otherwise, use the foot pump or use the hand pump and use the water in the 7-gallon tank. I generally don't use this for more than brushing my teeth or washing my hands when they're really dirty. The drain just drains to the ground. There's no gray water tanks in these types of campers, so the water will just drain to the ground. I usually keep this bucket right here, and it pops out. I use this as my sink, but I'll just put that underneath the camper outside there, and the water will drain into this. And then if you don't want it in your campsite, you can just go dump it somewhere else. But that's the easiest way to take care of the gray water. That's what I do. And there's storage in here. There's a couple cabinets, some like just camping supplies. I don't really keep much in here on the tops. I don't keep anything in here really, because it generally moves. You could store whatever you want in there. I just I don't really use it that often. I keep everything in the car, and there's not much. I have a solar panel outside. This battery is on a protector, so once the voltage goes too low, it'll just turn off by itself. And right now it's blinking. That means the solar panel is charging the battery. So right now it's charging the battery. It won't overcharge it, or it won't undercharge, or it won't use all of its battery. So that kind of protects the battery. So right now the lights are on. If you press this middle button up here, it'll just turn them off. You can turn them back on. There's also this little thing for the lights. You can change them, make them color changing. There's a lot of settings on there, or you can just keep them white. You also use this light if you want. I don't use it. I installed this little light for all of my lighting needs. There's also a light outside that you can turn on or off. But generally these lights light everything up. I also have a smoke detector just in case. I installed that just in case, you know, because you have a stove. So regulator. Open it up. So there's a stove in here, on or off. I light it with a lighter, and it works. I don't use it that often because it's a small space, so it gets pretty hot. I usually take the table out. I have my own little camp stove that I use out there, so don't normally use it, but if you really needed to, you could use it if you connected the propane. but that goes right there. You got it all set up. So for the bed, I generally want to make sure those things are tied on the outsides. All the things are underhooked, and I put the body pillow on the side, but I stay on this side, and you don't want stuff to fall between the canvas and the ground, so you just want to make sure everything's tight underneath. There's also, if you need it, I put a pad under here and you can blow it up, so just if you want more padding,